back to my channel, or welcome to it if this is your first time here. I have a little bit of a different video today, not so much beauty related, but this is going to be all about my tattoos. I am going to share some close-up clips so that you guys can really see all of them, and mention my piercings as well. I don't have very many piercings. I used to have a lot more, but I'll get into all that later in the video. So yeah, if you are into tattoos and piercings like I am, go ahead and give this video a like, or if you just enjoyed watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Is it down in this corner? I think so. Subscribe down here, or subscribe down here, wherever the button is, and leave me a comment down below of other video ideas that you guys might have. And without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, so the very first tattoo that I got is on my foot, and I'll insert a clip as I'm talking about it here if I can figure out for sure how to do that. And it's the Japanese symbol for strength. I got that shortly after my 18th birthday. And then my second tattoo is actually in the same exact spot surrounding my first tattoo, and it's a flower that my mom helped me pick out because we were supposed to get matching flowers. She still hasn't gotten them, but I might still be able to convince her at some point. But I got the flower, and then I have 2 stars in that tattoo as well, one for each of my brothers. The next tattoo that I actually got when I was down at Winona State in college with all of my friends down there. And it was like a Monday that we had off of school, I think, and we just decided to go and get tattoos. So I got this tattoo right here. It says, "This too shall pass," inside my arm. It's just really a quote that I've always kind of liked and tried to live by, I guess. Having the understanding things happen and people go through hard times and people have to live through really bad things, but everything passes and everything, you know, sizzles out and you can always move past, and there's always a new day. So just remembering that everything will pass is something that I really like. And so yeah, that's the story behind that. The next tattoo I actually got with another one of my really good friends, Brittany. We went and got tattoos, not matching tattoos necessarily, but we both got something kind of similar. It's on the back of my neck, so I'll show a picture after this clip, but it's an infinity symbol, and in the bottom it says family in cursive. And to me, that just really represents the bond that I have with my family. I know I've touched on it a little bit in my Get to Know Me video, but I'm super, super close with my family. My immediate family, as well as my extended family, my grandparents, all my aunts and uncles, my cousins. We're very tight-knit and we're very close, and so that just is representative to me of the love for my family, just being forever and being infinite. The next tattoo I got was after my daughter was born, of course, and it is her name right here. Long story short, with this tattoo, I don't like the way it looks anymore. If I can find a picture of what it looked like when I first got it, I'll insert that one, and then I'll show you what it looks like now. Basically, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not like an expert on tattoos or anything, but I think what happened is they tattooed a part of me that had some stretched out skin on it already. So they basically should not have tattooed me there. Had I known that before, I obviously would have chosen a different location for this tattoo, but it is what it is. And of course, it's the most important tattoo that I have. So it is a little bit hard for me to be excited about it, just because I'm not thrilled about the way that it looks anymore. Mostly just because it just ended up kind of getting a little funky with how the font looks and stuff now. But I do still love it, of course, because it's Brinley's name and it's special to me. But yeah, so that's the next one that I got. The next tattoo that I got was this tattoo on my forearm right here. I don't know, there's not really a good way to show it. I guess you can kind of see it here. This is a lotus flower. It basically will grow out of mud and dirt and still grows to be this beautiful flower. So I really kind of like the meaning behind that. And it also takes a lot to kill a lotus flower. It can survive a lot of harsh weather environments and stuff like that. So I just thought that it was a really cool tattoo to just kind of show strength that I feel like I have kind of earned throughout my life. So the next two tattoos, actually the last two tattoos I got on the same day with one of my really good friends, Ashton. We each got two tattoos. We both got a semicolon tattoo, but they're the same exact semicolon. Reason being, both of us have been through some mental health issues, and I just think that mental health is something that people are not talking about enough. I think it's just so important that we're constantly talking about mental health and helping people who have mental health issues and not pushing it to the side and pretending like it doesn't exist, because it does exist. And there's millions and millions of people who are going through depression, anxiety. I mean, those are just the two common ones I think that people think about, but there's so much more than that. After I had Brittany, I got pretty bad postpartum depression. It took me a while to kind of work my way out of that depression. I ended up having to go on medication, which I never thought I would have to do. And since then, I've developed a pretty severe anxiety disorder as well. I've suffered from panic attacks a couple of times that have gotten really bad, and just a lot of nervousness and anxiety that comes with big events and things like that. So I just got this, and I wanted to get it somewhere in plain sight for that exact reason, because I want people to be talking about it. I want people to learn about what the semicolon movement is and what it's about, and just really encourage people to talk about it and get talking about it and educate themselves about all of the things related to mental health. Then on the same day as I got that tattoo, I also got this one, which looks crooked when I hold my wrist like this, but I promise it's not. And this just says enough. I've wanted to get this tattoo for a very long time, but I didn't, for fear that it would somehow affect my career in the future, or affect me getting a job, just because it's in such a visible place. So I put off this tattoo for a really long time, but I finally got it, and this tattoo means a lot to me. It just says enough, but to me this means a lot more than just one word. This is a reminder to me that as a mom, I'm doing enough. I'm showing enough love. It also reminds me that I have enough, and even when I don't feel like I'm giving Brittany everything that we could ever need and want, we do have enough. Also, just remembering that me as a person, I am enough. I am enough of a good mother. I am enough of a good daughter. I'm enough of a good friend. So this word really, to me, just seemed like the perfect one to permanently have on my body, and it is my favorite tattoo, I think, by far. So yeah. I hope I didn't forget any of my tattoos. That would be awkward. So now we can touch on my piercings really quickly. Not a whole lot to talk about with those. I used to have a lot more piercings, but I've taken them out as I've just gotten older. So currently what I have right now is I have double piercings on both of my earlobes. I also do have 2 holes here and here. I don't really wear earrings in them anymore, but I could if I wanted to. I have my cartilage pierced. I have my tragus pierced, which, just side note, if you don't have this pierced and you want it pierced, don't do it. It was so extremely painful. I had to actually get it pierced 2 times, because the first time the earring that they put in didn't give enough room for it to swell and then heal. So it didn't heal, and it had been like months, and I finally had to just take it out because I was in so much pain. And then I still wanted it, and I still had this like hole in my ear, so I was like, forget this, I'm gonna get it pierced again. Don't get it pierced. It's really cute, but honestly it hurts so bad. Like, don't do it. I also did have my nose pierced for a little while. I actually really want to get my nose pierced again. Unfortunately, I can't fit an earring in my hole that was there before, so I'm gonna need to get it re-pierced, but I do plan on doing that soon. I really loved it. I did also used to have my belly button pierced when I was in high school. Another interesting friend story about that. My friend Katie was one of the last ones of our friends to turn 18, so I was gonna take her to get her belly button pierced for her 18th birthday. Don't know how, but I ended up getting roped into going and getting mine done. In fact, I had to get mine done first because she was a little nervous about getting hers done. Anyways, we both came out of that with belly button rings. I've since taken it out. Obviously, I had a baby, so I just ditched it. Yeah, so that's the story on that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it as far as my tattoos and piercings go. I really love tattoos. If I could, I would love to have my entire arm covered. My plan eventually is to cover my right arm in tattoos. I'd love to just have different flowers and stuff, ending with this lotus tattoo, pretty much just like down to here. But that's way in the future, and if and when I somehow come up with lots of extra money, because tattoos are expensive, but they are very addictive. And if you have tattoos, you probably know that once you get one, you just want more all the time. At least that's how it is for me. If you guys have any questions or anything about my tattoos, definitely comment down below and I will try to answer those for you the best I can. If you guys liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel before you leave. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.